It is week 3 of my sub 3-hour marathon training plan for the Philadelphia Marathon. It's actually the last day of the week, which means today is the long run. It is the 19th of August. It's Saturday, and on the schedule today is 105 minutes to 120. I'm gonna do the full 120, which means that's a 2-hour long run. I'm gonna do it all in zone 2, so heart rate based training. And I wanted to show everyone what a 2-hour long run looks like in phase 1 of my training block as I train for that sub 3-hour marathon. And I also wanted to discuss some of the benefits of doing a 2+ hour long run in your marathon training. So let's get to it. Just hit mile 1. Mile split was 9:10. Current heart rate 143. The first benefit to the 2-hour long run is just getting your body used to that time on feet. The time on feet of 2+ hours for your long run will help your body to strengthen muscles, joints, tendons, and ligaments, which are all necessary in the process of running the full marathon. You want to ensure that your body is as strong as possible going into your race. And the best way to do that is by doing 2+ hour long runs in your marathon training. Just hit mile 2. Mile split is 10 minutes even. Current heart rate 142. I will note that through mile 1 to 2, there are quite a few hills on this route I'm doing. And so I had to really slow down to make sure I kept my heart rate below that zone 2, which is okay. The whole point of heart rate training on these long distance is just to build that aerobic base, not go fast. Just hit mile 3. Mile split is 9:37. Current heart rate is 142. The second benefit of the 2-hour long run is increased production of mitochondria and blood capillaries, which leads to increased aerobic endurance. So mitochondria are primarily known for carrying ATP to the cells in your body, or they carry energy to the cells in your body. Blood capillaries, or increased production of blood capillaries, allows for increased blood flow, so bringing oxygenated blood into the muscles that are being worked while running. So what does that all mean? Simply put, increasing your aerobic endurance or increasing the production of mitochondria and blood capillaries will allow you to run farther or longer, faster, while using less energy doing it. So it'll make you a more efficient runner in terms of energy utilized to run a long distance faster. The third benefit of the 2-hour long run is building mental endurance. Long runs are hard. The marathon is hard. It's just as much mental, if not more, than it is physical. It's really hard to go out for 2+ hours on a long run by yourself, as you can see for me, in the middle of nowhere, and not kind of like zone out or kind of lose it mentally. And as your body begins to break down, the longer you're out and you begin to become fatigued, it can be really easy to convince yourself mentally that, oh, I can just slow down, or maybe I just stop. Like, why am I even doing this? So doing the 2+ hour long run helps you build that mental endurance that you are going to need for a race day. And another benefit of building that mental endurance is that it also builds confidence for race day. So doing these 2+ hour long runs are really beneficial for when you're in your actual race and things start getting difficult. I know for me personally, there's been times where I was really struggling during a race at mile 14, 16, 18, 20, wherever it is in the race. And then I just tell myself, I've done this before in my training with long runs, those 2+ hour long runs going up to 24 miles. I've done this already and I've proven that I can do it. So mentally, I know I just need to kind of shift my mindset really quick and know that it's already been done before, so I can do it again. Just hit mile 4, 10:25 mile split. There was a really big hill that's in mile 4 of, well, mile 3 to mile 4 of this route. Current heart rate 145. And the final benefit for the 2-hour long run is being able to practice your nutrition plan for race day. So there's a common saying, nothing new on race day, and that includes your fuel or gels that you are gonna use for race day. And I think the 2-hour has a specific benefit that when you're doing a long run for 2+ hours, you have to take more than one gel and see how your body is reacting over that time. So usually you're taking like 2 to 3 gels in a 2+ hour long run. And what worked at hour 1 or mile 5, whatever your window is, what worked then might not work by the 2nd or 3rd gel. I've personally learned that where like goo worked for me with the 1st gel, but then the 2nd and 3rd, I started to get sick because as your body fatigues and the longer you're kind of on your feet, your body physiologically may change. It may not become so receptive to digesting gels an hour or 2 hours into your run. So learning all of that and figuring out maybe I'm taking my gels too close, maybe I have my windows too far apart and I feel like I'm kind of bonking and then like frantically trying to take a gel to fix things. The 2-hour long run, I got a bug on me. The 2-hour long run allows you to figure some of that out so that when you get to race day, there's nothing new on race day and you don't have to worry so much about, is my nutrition plan gonna be the reason I bonk or miss my goal for the race. Just hit mile 5, 9:49 split, I believe is what it said. Heart rate is 156. I was just filming that little GoPro segment about fueling, so my heart rate will be high. I am also going uphill as I am about to hit a moderate hill section for this route that I'm taking. Just hit mile 6, 9:43, and I am 155 heart rate. I'm like inching up this hill at the moment, and I'm about to hit 1 hour, which is kind of nice. I think I'll just get to the top of this hill, which is right there, and then turn around and enjoy the downhill while trying to avoid blowing my kneecaps. Just hit 1 hour, 6.10 miles, and now it's heading back. Like I said, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm gonna get a nice downhill here, try and lower that heart rate a little bit after going up this hill. And then I got that hill segment again. I was able to run it a little faster than that 10 minutes I predicted, primarily for 2 reasons. I really focused on staying efficient and consistent through the uphill, and then not just sprinting the downhill, but picking up the pace a little bit on the downhill while keeping the heart rate low, or at least lowering the heart rate in the downhill. And then I also did not do any talking segments on the GoPro. As I've already stated, that seems to be elevating my heart rate a little bit. So just staying controlled and focused through the hills. I'm about to hit them again for a 2nd time. So same philosophy, come out the other side and see what my mile split is. Just hit mile 7, mile split 9:31. Heart rate 142. I did forget that there is one more benefit to the 2+ hour long run. And that benefit is you get to buy long run specific running shoes. So for those of you who are on the fence about purchasing a specific pair of shoes because maybe they're too expensive or you don't need them, or you have a partner or significant other who will leave or definitely divorce you if you buy one more pair of running shoes because you already have enough, start doing some 2+ hour long runs, and then you will have the excuse necessary to convince yourself or anyone else you need to that those shoes are totally worth it. Just hit mile 8, 9:25 mile split. Heart rate right now is 145. Just hit mile 9, 9:30 minute mile split. Heart rate is currently 138. Just hit mile 10. Mile split was 19. Mile split was 9:25. Heart rate is 139. Just hit mile 11. Mile split 9:20. Heart rate currently 139. Just hit 1 hour, 50 minutes in the run, which means I got about 10 minutes left. I'm at 11.46 miles for the distance. I'm almost positive with this out and back that I'm running the back a little faster. If I'm thinking about all the splits, I've been evenly hitting that like 920, 930, whereas on the way out I had a few 10s. So it looks like I'm gonna overshoot my start by a little bit and have to make up a few minutes just kind of jogging around, which is always fun. That's probably like one of the only downsides of time-based running, depending on how quickly you do it, or if you miscalculate, you can either end up a little away from where you started or have to run past it. But gonna finish out this last 9 minutes now, strong in that zone 2, and it'll be first 2 hour run of the training block done. Just hit mile 12, 9:20 minute mile. 144 is the current heart rate. Still got about 4 minutes left in the run, so I'll end somewhere between 12 and 12 and a half miles. And that is it. The 2 hour run is complete. First 2 hour long run for the marathon training block is in the books. I'll throw the Strava data all up here so you can see all the metrics. 12.46 miles, 9:38 minute mile average. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. If you like this style of video or format of video and you want me to do more, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll make more following different aspects of my training, specifically taking you along on one of my runs, whether it be long, easy, speed, and just explaining some tips or benefits to that run.